FOS-TV is brought to you by the Lion's Den. The Den always has been and always will be about enjoying family and friends in an environment steeped in Happy Valley tradition. So come back to the Den, the perfect place to recall old memories while creating new ones.
You guys punt on 4th-and-3 inside their 40. Every fan in the world saying go for it, go for it.
Right.
What are you saying, and what did you think of that call? Obviously, it turned out well.
Well, you know what? We have a lot of faith in our defense to pin those guys back, and that's what we did. And we all felt that we'd get another chance to score. We were able to do that. When we got that chance, we scored a touchdown and kind of broke it open a little bit. And Michigan kind of made a couple of mistakes on their side, and we just capitalized.
We just talked about it, and Joe said, "Hey, let's pin them back and let's see what we get." And in a game like that where we definitely looked like we hadn't had control of the tempo offensively, and defensively, we knew we'd get the ball back. So it wasn't really that much of a decision. It was let's not go for it here, 4th-and-3, and they get the ball to 40. You give them life, and they kind of get this thing going again. So I think it was the right call.
And obviously, the wind, was that playing a factor in not going for the field goal there? Because it looked like in pregame, Colin was struggling a little bit going that way.
It was tough. The wind was tougher than people realize, and so I think it was one of those things that, with the wind being a factor, you just didn't want to take a chance and try and kick that one, miss it, and then they get it. So I think it was some of that.
There was, they were checking a lot at the line of scrimmage, and there was a lot of noise down at that end zone. And I'm not sure whether it was our fans or their fans, but there was a lot of noise at that time. And, it seemed their left and right guard seemed confused with some of the checks, and so and they didn't hear some of the calls, and that may have threw them off a little bit. And I missed the safety.
How close did you come to getting that safety?
I had him in my hands, but I didn't have him in my arms. And I thought he was at the back of the end zone. The only thing he could do was step up, but he got outside of me, and there wasn't anybody else out here. I thought Jack was right next to me, so I thought he was going to step up. I went right for him, and he dipped right out. It was upsetting, but we ended up getting the safety anyways.
What is it with Michigan and safeties and you guys? Because they ended up being two big ones in the last 2 years. I mean, this seemed to be sort of a turning point. Did you view it that way?
Yeah, definitely. Once a safety or a play like that is really demoralizing. And for that to happen, at that point in the game, it was definitely a turning point.
Knowing that we was going to have to step on the field and shut them down and do our jobs. It was really just us stepping on the field and putting the pressure on them and just making up different type of schemes and things like that. I mean, the safety came with us as a defense just playing and not stopping and not getting satisfied with the way the game was going.
Did you get the sense though that Michigan panicked a little bit? It's one thing to be moving the ball in the middle of the field, but when you have your back to that goal line, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, of course. When you back there on the 1 yard line, and the crowd's loud, and you got 1 yard that you have room to move, you're going to get nervous. And we just fueled the fire, and helped out, and it got us to safety. We was happy that it happened.
I thought that was huge for us. I mean, we got him down on the 7-yard line. First play, Jack Crawford got off the edge, and we got him for a tackle for loss. All of a sudden, they're on their heels. Next play, we go and we almost get a safety. I think Jared Ogier slipped.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of young kids, young quarterback in the goal line with his back against the wall. They kind of cracked it. That was big for us.
And it seemed like that was a turning point in the game, just like the safety was last year.
I think in general, a bunch of mistakes. They blocked the punt, but we responded. We stripped the ball. We stripped the ball a few times. Navarro had a great interception. I think big plays like that was the difference in the games in the past. We didn't make those big plays in big situations. This time we did.